We're in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, for the arraignment of Isaiah Gardenhire. The 40-year-old was arrested after reportedly going on a 2-day crime spree that forced a community into lockdown. Gardenhire reportedly sexually assaulted his girlfriend in her home, then killed her 13-year-old daughter before fleeing to a nearby apartment complex. There, he allegedly took a man and woman hostage, sexually assaulted the female, robbed them, and then stole their car. Gardenhire would eventually turn himself into police. But now, as Judge Sarah Spencer Noggle reads the long list of charges against him,
Count 1, homicide, open murder, statutory short form. Count 2, criminal sexual conduct, first degree, weapon use.
he appears to nod off.
DNA to be taken upon arrest. A consecutive sentence may be imposed under statute if the assault is committed in a place of confinement. Count 6 is unlawful imprisonment.
Moments later, another audible yawn distracts from the hearing.
DNA to be taken upon arrest. The court may impose a consecutive sentence under statute, and it is also a Tier 3 offense.
But the judge stays on track and asks prosecuting attorney David Barbary to weigh in on Gardenhire's bond conditions.
Looking at Mr. Gardenhire's criminal history is pretty significant. His criminal history consists of violent offenses, weapons offenses, failures to appear in court.
The prosecutor also mentions that Gardenhire was actually out on bond for a separate criminal sexual misconduct case in another county when he went on the alleged 2-day crime spree.
In this case, due to the fact that Mr. Gardenhire is both charged with murder and the fact that he was on bond at the time the allegations occurred.
Charge her with murder because she's the one who did it.
With the prosecutor mid-sentence, Gardenhire interrupts, claiming that his girlfriend should be charged with the murder of her daughter, not him.
Charge her with murder because she's the one who did it.
Isaiah.
Everything else, no.
All right, Mr. Gardenhire, this is your warning. The court will mute your microphone if you speak out of turn again.
Your Honor, we would request that Mr. Gardenhire be held without bond, or in the alternative, that bond be set as $2 million cash surety.
All right, thank you. Mr. Barbary, Mr. Gardenhire, I'm going to ask that you behave in a, all right. I'm going to ask you to behave in a manner that is appropriate for a court proceeding, particularly given the fact that right now I'm considering whether or not to allow your release on bond. If I have any more acting out, sir, we're going to turn off your audio and your video. Go ahead and mute his audio and video. Thank you.
After further discussing his bond conditions, Gardenhire is brought back into the conversation, seemingly even less interested than before.
All right, the court has considered the factors found in MCR 6.106 and finds that bond in the amount of $3 million, cash or surety, is appropriate.
This time, the defendant flips the judge the bird, first with one hand, then follows it up with a hearing-ending two-hander.
All right, go ahead and turn his video off, please.
The hearing was ultimately cut short due to Gardenhire's behavior. Isaiah Gardenhire is being held on $3 million bond for 12 criminal charges, including home invasion, first-degree criminal sexual misconduct, and murder. Next, we're in Houston, Texas for an arraignment. 39-year-old Cody Wright has been charged with possession of marijuana. 3 days earlier, Wright, who was already out on bond for an unrelated drug charge, was pulled over on a traffic stop. When police conducted a search, they discovered that Wright was carrying a small amount of marijuana, a violation of his bond, and he was arrested. Today, Wright appears before Judge David Fleischer to see if he'll be released on a new bond.
How's jail? Sucks. Good. I hope it's an absolutely miserable experience because we're not getting through to you. What do we need to do to get through to you that you have to follow bond conditions?
Judge Fleischer looks over the details of the new charge.
Mr. Wright, I'm going to find that there's probable cause. Let me ask you, why on earth would we give you a PR bond when you continue to violate conditions? Tell me why.
using needles for about 2 years now. I think if I go back to it, I'm going to die. Let's go to rehab.
Every person I meet here is about to do this. They're about to do that. Intentions are great. It's actions what count. Your intentions go in one ear and they go out that ear. That's how good intentions are.
I want to get past this.
I don't think that you can do it on your own. You've already shown us that you cannot. Tell me again, why would we let you out?
The judge calls on public defender Lori Gooch, who's off camera.
What do you think?
Give him a chance. He actually won't get another chance.
The only way you will get a chance from me, Mr. Wright, is if you come here 2 times a week and take tests showing me that you're not using anything, and you go to AA or NA 3 times a week with proof that you're doing it. I will give you a curfew of 9 p.m. and you must maintain a full-time job. If you want me to let you out, those are the things that you must do. And if you know that you can't do it, don't, because if you muck this thing up again, I will hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days in jail, I will probate it for 2 years, and then put you into a treatment facility in the jail where it's a minimum of 9 months, depending on how well you respond to treatment. So if you violate this thing, you will go into a treatment facility for a minimum of 9 months. You understand me? Okay, Lori, I'm gonna grant it to you. However, he knows what's expected. Mr. Wright, let's see. You will never get another chance. This is the only chance because I've not given you one. That's the only reason. I believe everyone should get at least one chance. You understand?
Wright was released on a $1,000 personal bond, and his previous bond remained in place. But when he failed to appear at his next hearing, his bonds were revoked, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. His cases are pending. Next, we're in Detroit, Michigan for an arraignment. 32-year-old Terrell Bell has been charged with domestic violence and 2 counts of assault. 2 days earlier, Bell got into an altercation with his girlfriend, and a neighbor called 911. When officers took Bell into custody, they say he began banging his head in the back seat of the police vehicle. Bell was taken to a hospital where police say he continued his aggressive behavior. He was treated for minor injuries and then arrested and officially charged. Today, Bell appears before Magistrate Laura Echartea to see if he'll make bond. But first, Bell's public defender announces herself on the record.
Crystal Marie Medina on behalf of Mr. Bell. With regards to the arraignment, we would waive formal reading.
Thank you, counsel. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. I have 2 prior domestic violence convictions, 2018, 2021. I have prior felony convictions of assaulting, resisting, obstructing a police officer. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, he understands that he is not to have any contact with the complainant in this case. My understanding is that Mr. Bell is a lifelong resident of Michigan. He has 2 children, ages 15 and 14. He is 32 years old. He is employed as a steward and cook. My understanding, Your Honor, is that he is unable to post a monetary bond, and any monetary bonds would be unaffordable for Mr. Bell.
Counsel, so I believe your client is a danger, not only to the complainant, okay, but to the community at large. So in this particular matter, his bond is going to be $50,000 cash. Affordable bond. So
How?
it's going to be
How? How $50,000 posted?
Sir.
That's not even fair. That's a bunch of
Okay,
That's a bunch of
Your Honor, Mr.
That's a
Bell.
bunch of
Mr. Bell.
I gotta go to work.
Mr. Bell, I
Man, I'm not supposed to
attorney,
do anything, man. This helping me.
Mr.
I
Bell.
didn't even do nothing. I didn't even do nothing.
Okay, Mr. Bell.
Man, what
Understood.
the then y'all gonna let these do whatever to me,
Mr.
man? That's
Bell.
not even fair.
Mr. Bell, you need to calm down and we're gonna address this throughout your court dates, okay? You're gonna be
Man,
able to
I
address the
gotta go to work. I
allegations.
got to pay. I have a job.
I understand, sir.
How do I supposed to do anything now? I gotta go to the county. That's what I'm saying. What? That don't even make sense. That's not making sense. That's not making sense to me.
Mr. Bell, you're gonna get another court date this Tuesday.
For what?
So that day they will reconsider the bond that was just set, sir.
So I can't go to work and make my money?
Medina tries to calm her client.
Sir, I understand that you dispute the allegations, and I think it's pretty clear that you don't agree
Yeah, that's not
with
fair.
what you're being charged
Nothing
with.
going fair. How I do anything to that girl?
Sir, this is not helping you right now. I'm sorry, this is not helping.
Mr. Bell, you're excused.
Man, you
Come on out, man.
Okay, come on. Let's step out.
you.
Sir, step out.
Sir, let's go.
Sir, I don't think you understand how much work.
I don't give a you too. You ain't do
All right, perfect.
As deputies return Bell to jail, he continues pleading his case.
Oh, that's some man. She didn't give me a chance. 50,000.
Come on out, Bell. Come on, Mr. Bell.
50,000. How the I'm gonna get there, bro?
At Bell's subsequent hearing, a new judge decided to continue his bond as previously ordered. Bell remains in custody, and his case is pending. Next, we're in Amarillo, Texas for an arraignment. 64-year-old Eddie Ray Gibbs has been charged with possession of drug paraphernalia. 2 days earlier, police responded to a criminal trespass call at a fast food restaurant. Gibbs was at the scene, and when police searched him, they discovered a glass pipe and small amounts of crack cocaine in his pants pocket. Today, he appears without a lawyer before Judge Laura Hamilton to enter a plea.
Hi, Mr. Gibbs. How are you today?
Hi, Judge.
How are you today?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man.
Well, isn't that wonderful? So here's the deal. You've got this one possession of drug paraphernalia from July 8th. How do you want to handle that?
If I may.
You what?
Put what in my doggone pants?
What?
That's right. Gibbs is claiming the pants he was wearing, where the drug paraphernalia was found, do not belong to him.
They wasn't my pants, so I don't even do drugs.
Gibbs makes his case to the judge.
My pants, they're all dirty, so I had to wear my roommate's pants.
So you put your roommate's pants on,
Yeah.
and your roommate's pants had stuff in the pockets.
Yes, I didn't check.
But so who was in control of that situation at that time?
I was.
I know. I'm so sorry, Mr. Gibbs.
I understand. It's so fine. It's all
But
right.
you can plead not guilty, no contest or guilty. You're welcome to
Guilty
plead.
because I had them on. So.
I know. Well, but you can come in, if you want to come in and talk to the prosecutor to see if you can work out a different deal. If you are concerned about the conviction, you're not concerned about that?
I have to pay some accept whatever the consequences are, ma'am.
Didn't you tell me you're a preacher?
Well, I am trying to preach the word.
Okay.
It's called Divine Fellowship of Love.
Well, I don't want to do anything that's going to negatively affect your ability to do what you want to do that way.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to come in and talk to the prosecutor, maybe she would offer you deferred. You'd have to pay some money up front.
No, ma'am, Miss Plant, all I want to do is get it over with. Like I say, they wasn't my pants, so what? I accept what it is. and I'm ready to just move on and get my life right. My life is right. I'm doing God's work.
I guess from in my mind and in your mind, you know, God knows. God knows.
He knows.
So,
He knows. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are you pleading guilty or no contest?
I'm pleading.
Despite Judge Hamilton's advice, Gibbs sticks with his plea.
I plead guilty.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
I'm going to find you guilty, and I'm actually going to time serve you on this. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on that. I am going to adjust your fine to $219. Your court costs are $81. Your total's $300, and you are time served. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. And I'll be there at 2 o'clock today, tomorrow.
Nope, you're done.
Gibbs doesn't seem to understand that the judge has sentenced him to time served and that he's free to go after paying his $300 fine.
You don't even have to come in, okay?
Well, amen. I love you.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank
you, Mr. Gibbs.
Next, we're in Detroit, Michigan for a bench warrant arraignment. 32-year-old Adam Mays II has been charged with driving with a suspended license. 4 years earlier, Mays was pulled over by a state trooper and arrested. In court, a not guilty plea was entered on his behalf, and he was released on $2,500 bond. But 11 days later, when Mays failed to appear in court for a pretrial hearing, a warrant was issued for his arrest. And over the next 3.5 years, Mays repeatedly failed to appear in court. But today, he's before Judge Elenice Bryant to find out if he'll be taken into custody. Mays is represented by attorney Verkedia Hall.
Ms. Hall, how are we proceeding?
Mr. Mays would like to waive the formal reading and stand mute. We ask that a plea of not guilty be answered on his behalf, and we ask that this matter be scheduled for a final pretrial.
Out without a tether. I promise you, we going on tether. Let me help you. February 21st, 2020, defendant failed to appear. The matter was rescheduled. February 1st, 2021, defendant failed to appear. That's the second KBS. April 27, 2021, the defendant failed to appear. Third KBS. January, he failed to appear. That was number 5. November, failed to appear. February 13th, April 5th, July 5th, failed. And guess what? He failed to appear. KBS number 8, 9, and 10. And then on August 3rd, guess what happened? Put your hand down, we're not in school. I'm talking. He failed to appear. That is KBS number 12.
Ooh. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I am actually asking that you recall this case. We do want to see if we can try to get something figured out today.
For sure. Let us see if on a driving while license suspended case that should at a maximum take 2 court dates to resolve, and we're on KBS number 12. Yeah, let's recall it and see if you all could work something out, because this is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous waste of the taxpayers' money.
Later, when Judge Bryant recalls the case, the defendant has a different attorney, Janice Stevenson.
Mr. Mays is going to continue his plea of not guilty. We're not going to ask for another final pretrial. We would ask for a waiver trial. Mr. Mays is prepared for the possibility of having a GPS tether installed.
Court is going to continue with not guilty plea and set the matter for trial. Mr. Mays, why do you keep missing court?
Your Honor, I'm in the process of getting my life together, and I've been proud of myself. I've been doing good this year. I just want to let you know I'm trying so hard.
Mr. Mays, let me tell you something. I truly believe in the concept of grace. I believe people deserve another chance, but I'm gonna tell you that you are running out of chances.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mays was released with a GPS tether, but 2 months later, when the state trooper didn't appear at the trial, his case was dismissed.